Alright, let's go one more time. Fifth game of this best of 5 grand final between Foggy and Lawliet. Again, both going for an exact mirror basically. And I'm quite curious as to what they were gonna play now. So far we've only seen one dried bear game from Foggy. It was a game at Arena Stand where he lost after losing his two steppers. It was really close, so he almost got back into it with nuking the Tree of Eternity of Lawliet with a sublin, but wasn't quite enough. And now we get the last and final game of this best of 5 here on Ancient Isles. And let's see if Foggy pulls some dried bear play this time, or if he's gonna go for Archer Talon again. And it's most likely gonna be double Demon Hunter again. There's just nothing else really you can go for in this matchup that would come close to the efficiency of Demon Hunter. Or effectiveness, I guess. And both so far going for the exact mirror. And we'll have to see how it works out, what items they get, and what they do after that. That's the most important part for early game. The decision they make of what they want to do after that. And also if someone gets early Hunter's Hall or not. Alright, Foggy still building the Moonwell as well as Lawliet. And we'll have to see how this works out now. Actually my throat starts to hurt a little bit now, so my voice is kinda broken. But it's still okay, it's the last game anyway, I guess. LTDX in chat says, do you have any more equipment you need one for donations list? Actually yes. Like, I kind of need to upgrade my whole PC almost. But, like, I checked on some parts already, which I'm probably gonna get, although those are quite high-end. I'm not sure. It's not really necessary, but for the future it would be quite nice to just, you know, have it for the future to be safe for the next few years as well, so I don't have to instantly switch again in like 1 or 2 years. But I'll talk about a bit in more... Can't speak. Spoke too much today. I'll talk about it a bit more in detail after this game, I guess, if that's fine. Isn't his name pronounced Foggy? Oh, I have no clue. I guess Foggy. I mean, his name is Foggy in game or like in Gera Cup list and such after all. But maybe like in Russian or Ukrainian or something, it's pronounced a bit differently. I don't know. I mean, Foggy is fine, I guess. Most people easily understand that. So far it's still an exact mirror, both just going for the exact same creep camps pretty much. With Foggy getting a circlet and Lawliet as well, so it's a perfect mirror still. Although Lawliet has one more lumber wisp, but it's like... doesn't make such a big difference. Foggy actually killed that one wisp, I think, or... nah, Lawliet for some reason has 1 less XP than Foggy has. I have no clue why. But anyway, there's a fight here now. Foggy so far gets the far better trade with the Demon Hunter trade here. Maybe he was lucky on some misses or something, I'm not entirely sure. So Foggy getting the better trade, even though Lawliet has the 4th archer earlier in this fight. And Lawliet is in quite some trouble now. The thing is, Lawliet will heal up earlier. So he might go for a turnaround fight. Although if Foggy just pulls back now, which he's doing, and just getting boots now as well, most likely, and dust I mean. No dust actually. It's quite interesting that he doesn't get dust, even though there's a lot of archers that he might want to kill. Gets the Angel of Wonders in the middle, so it already shows that Foggy is confident in his map control here. Knows that he can keep this, and this is quite a big deal. Because he instantly can buy staff or healing potions as soon as he gets his snagger here, as soon as he gets tier 2. While Lawliet cannot do so, so Lawliet will have a harder time fighting here. But maybe he will just actually get a cancel on the shop. But that allows Foggy to get a good trade on Demon Hunters, so Lawliet cannot take this fight. So it's still totally worth it for Foggy. And really quite good. There's Foggy snagger. If Lawliet gets a snagger now, well, he just TPs her out, there we go. Loses 1 archer in the process though, so Foggy has a far better early game so far. got an Archer and a TP from his opponent and a lot more Moonwell juice. Although he lost his shop in the process, but Lawliet didn't even build one yet, so Foggy shop is still gonna be earlier. So it's not like Lawliet can just come back into this with like healing potion and staff play or something. And Foggy used his advantage, stole that orange camp from his opponent with really nice timing because Lawliet cannot do anything about it in time. Lawliet might try to steal this in return, but he probably won't get it because Demon Hunter is coming back again with decent HP, more HP than Lawliet's Demon Hunter at least. Both are pretty much completely out of Moonwell juice, both going for that tier 3 tech, although Lawliet's tier 3 tech is earlier than the one of Foggy. So far Foggy is just not deciding on any tech in specific, like any specific tech yet. But there's no Hunter Saw for either player, so we're actually gonna see the first game of Lawliet, where he plays Archer Talon instead of Archer Bear, or Archer Bear Dryad, while Foggy will again go for Ancient of Wind play, it seems like at least, because he doesn't have a Hunter Saw. But so far he's still not building anything, it's kinda weird. He just spent more gold into... I honestly don't even know what. More archers, I guess. He's just not getting anything so far. It's quite weird. Like, he could have already teched with the resources yet or get an Ancient of Wind or something, but I know what he's doing, I think. He just wants to get a lot of archers, and before Lawliet really gets much out of his tech, Foggy will already have an expansion up again. I think Foggy will try to go for expansion play again, it seems. Or he's just waiting for that Moonwell to finish, gets the Merc now, gets a lot of Mercs, and then he will go for one strong push and try to kill Lawliet before he actually gets much out of his tier 3. Gets the Mercs here, if he gets a Mud Golem as well, he will probably go for the push, I guess. So that might actually be Foggy's plan here. Lawliet switching it up. He's doing it like Foggy tried to do it last game, getting that expansion. And there we go. Mass Mercs for Foggy, that's why he banked so much gold and didn't get anything out of his tech, except for Naga and Archer range upgrade, and Staff and Healing Potion of course. Got a Scourge Bone Chimes, he's quickly gonna sell that still, I think. Although, no, probably actually not. Because he would have to pull the creeps, it's not really worth it. He still wants to sell it though, I guess it's so worth it, and wants to get a healing scroll, maybe a Rainbow Pot. He might get his Naga stuck here though if he's not careful. Almost got her stuck. Lawliet, is he well enough prepared for this? Healing Stone and Mana Stone, but no TP, and he also has to pull the creeps here. So Lawliet can deal quite some damage here, and he wants to get the shop. If Foggy gets the shop here, there's no up of him, so Lawliet gets literally nothing out of his tier 3 tech. Shop is dead, a second one coming up, but that one's not gonna come up all too soon. Lawliet finishing this creep here, sells the Mana Stone, it's not really worth all that much. Gets the expansion up behind all of this, so there's still a chance for Lawliet, but defending this will be incredibly hard. No up of Venom, like really, his tier 3 tech is literally useless at this point. Not even getting the Outship upgrade, he doesn't have gold for it. And he only has this now against this kind of army, so it's 46 against 47 supply in favor of Lawliet. But still, what can Lawliet do at this point here? Foggy has a much better trade. There's also 2 Moonwells missing for Lawliet, so no reinforcements coming in here all too soon. He's also out of Moonwell juice. No shop. That shop got cancelled again that he wanted to rebuild. And there's no healing potions or anything. Foggy's in a perfect road to actually win this Gera Cup 68. And he's definitely doing so, I think. How does Lawliet ever come back into this game still? He cannot defend this push. By getting the Naga, he would get into a nice spot, but she gets staffed out. There's still some Moonwell juice. He gets a Clarity and Health Potion as well. And Lawliet lost everything. 44 against 32 supply. That expansion is not going to do anything in time. So far it only costs 340 gold and 1 Wisp. There's the Priestess now for Lawliet. He at least gets something out of his tech, but that's not going to save him at this point. It's just too much for Foggy. He has far too many units. He's just too strong. He's gonna brute force this whole base. There's almost nothing Lawliet can do. His shop is dead again, so no healing until it's nighttime, and it's not gonna be nighttime for a long time. And there's still 1 healing potion, which he's probably gonna swap to the Demon Hunter, most likely. Because if Lawliet actually wants to commit to that Naga, he will lose a lot for it, so he doesn't really need a healing potion on the Naga. It's just far too much. Foggy went for a timing push. Lawliet didn't expect it, he wasn't prepared for it. And Foggy completely destroying Lawliet with this. Every single Moonwell is gone except for this one here. and that expansion will start running soon. Shop is coming up, but really until that expansion paid off and until he can somehow use the shop, the Tree of Eternity is gonna die. And there really is no way for Lawliet to still come back into this. There's a Zeppelin, he wants to actually evacuate his base completely. Lawliet doesn't want to give up so easily. It's the last and deciding game of this Gera Cup. He doesn't want to just give up yet, even if there's only a 0.5% chance or anything. He wants to stay in here until the very end. But it's really not looking so good. Even though he has this expansion, it's still one base economy against one base economy. He only has one Wisp in here, he has the Wisp to saturate it here. Foggy knows about this, builds the Ancient War here, cancels it, detonates his Wisp. And what can Lawliet do? He has some gold for potions and items, but only with 3 heroes against 2 heroes that have much better heroes, against a Mud Golem with slow and so many archers. Foggy can really just ignore Lawliet's heroes basically if he's trying to kite and just kill all the last buildings. That Zeppelin also isn't going to do so much. If he tries to Zeppelin micro, those archers easily kill it really fast. Foggy though has to be careful about his Mud Golem here, that one's quite important still. Keeps it alive. Send this Merc a bit too far away, but really 47 against 26 supply. If you look at the hero levels as well, it's just too strong for Foggy. He still has the TP for his team after, he still has the healing potion as well, so he's not gonna lose his heroes. Lawliet has no tech, he has nothing at all, no production buildings. He gets 2 Moonwells up for some nice healing, but there's no way that this is gonna be enough, it's just impossible. Foggy getting another Ancient 4, he wants to build more archers. And there we go, there's the focus on Demon Hunter. He pulls the Invul Potion. Mud Golem gets staffed. There's the TP on the Naga, healing potion on the Demon Hunter. And really, what can Lawliet do at this point? That shop will die. Everything else will die, and he just cannot defend it. He doesn't get any more healing potions. His Demon Hunter can't do anything. As soon as he tries to move in here, he instantly dies. If he tries to fly in with the Zeppelin, instantly dies, and then the Demon Hunter instantly dies. Lawliet just holding on to the last bits of this game, but it's not gonna be enough. Foggy will take this Gera Cup 68 for sure. And Lawliet had a chance at winning 2 Gera Cups in a row with winning Gera Cup 67 against Focus last week, but doesn't quite get it. Foggy in the end stays stronger, and he's just breaking into upkeep now as well, having 54 against 30 supply. And it's just too much. Lawliet getting some work still as a last resort, but it's just not enough. Foggy at this point could even just focus this down and TP out, and Foggy could actually at this point just focus down the last 2 buildings of Lawliet and win the game through that. But he still wants to make sure he doesn't lose against his army because he's not 100% sure that those are the last buildings. But really, Lawliet is just holding onto every single last bit. There we go, tries to fly in with a Zeppelin, save his Demon Hunter, instantly loses Zeppelin down. The Priestess is stuck here. GG from Lawliet, and Foggy wins the Gera Cup 68. Really well done by Foggy. Manages to win the Gera Cup 68 3-2 and takes it away in nice fashion. GG.